Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there. A big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Prescott now. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Now, I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Great. 56, the mark, boys. 56.
Now Newton on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 17-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see it. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Bravo!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to float this one. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Panthers. 43 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And they'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Eight. Switch.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
20. Check out.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Pat. They're a little bounce in their step after.
Ezekiel Elliott Elliott gonna take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Great. Hey! Shit! Watch the shit! Hey, come on! You gotta get moving, man. Man, move it. You gotta get that. 8!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
20. I'm coming after you. Check 15. Check. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Gun. 20. Gun. 56. Hustle. Right there. Hey, come on.
To throw is Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Come on, fellas. Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Elliott able to power through, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Now on 2nd and 16, Prescott looking deep for Elliott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula.
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 54. I'm here all day.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Panthers 27, Cowboys 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead.
They've got his man complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trey Boston, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.